All right. And welcome, ladies and gents, to a brand new episode of Dare to Disagree, your weekly episodic podcast. I'll be your host this week, Jonathan Esther.
This is Alone in the Dark. Just admire my damn beard. Look at that shit.
It
Look
is
at
green
it.
righteous. I'll give you credit.
Now respect it.
That Colorado green is making road.
Yeah. You have no idea, man. I almost killed myself. 2 days ago? Jesus Christ. But carry on. Carry on.
And this is Puppet Master from the Dirty City, New Orleans.
Oh, who dat? And that's the show for now. Now, we're going to be joined later by Cold Conscience. But we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into it with Alone in the Dark, who's got a fun little rant. Fun little rant. Nothing major.
Just a little one, man. Here's what I'm going to say, because probably if anybody on my Facebook is happening to watch this, they'll know who I'm talking about. But what I want to talk about is cheating, okay? And I don't want to get into the freaking discussion on what's right and what's wrong with that shit, okay? I'm just gonna throw this out here, okay? Guys, men, boys, whoever you want to freaking address yourself. If your woman cheats on you, that's not your fault, okay? Sometimes bitches are just hoes. Matter of fact, most of them got a fucking hoe streak a mile wide. You know what I'm saying? But if she cheats on you,
That is terrible timing.
if she cheats on you, that's not your fault, you know. And I feel bad for you, man. That's terrible shit to do. You know, if this woman wants to say that you're not taking care of business and shit like that, then she needs to walk up and fucking dump your ass. Okay? She doesn't need to just run around behind your back and cheat on you. However, that's not my fucking point here. My point is, if your woman cheats on you and you take her back, you are the fucking scum of the earth, son. Okay? You've decided that this filthy fucking whore is the best you can do, so you better just fucking suffer through it. And no man, I don't care if it's your friends telling you, yeah, man, I get it, you love her. No man respects you at that fucking point, okay? You freaking lost your man card. You made a fucking disgusting decision to take that bitch back, okay? That's my opinion on it. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I feel.
I'm going to go counter because I believe in love.
You know what?
Yeah, this piece of shit.
Look, man. No. No.
Wait, you fuckers cannot see any fathomable way where a girl could make a mistake and a man could forgive her and shit could move on positively?
I just don't think I don't think you can mistake yourself onto somebody else's dick. That's all I'm saying. Okay?
No,
I don't think that's a mistake in any fucking case.
Ain't no mistaking. Ain't no mistake. Go ahead, Puppet Master.
Look, man, I went through hell with my ex. Hell. We were the best friends ever. We really were. We were great friends. We were the worst boyfriend and girlfriend. And after the first time we cheated, we probably should have just called it quits at both ends. But no, we suffered through that shit for fucking 7 years. You know what? I still didn't marry her. Dude.
Still take that bitch to the side, man.
No. And I'm not saying
7 years.
I'm not saying you're wrong. But I'm saying, for me, personally, it is fathomable. Again, I would love to say that I wouldn't take a broad back, but I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know the situation. For me, if it's like you planned it, if you plan to go out and straight up be with someone else, sure, I'm 100% against that. No, and don't get me wrong. There's situations where, like, a broad goes to the club, she's with her friends. You have that moment where, I mean, I'm sure you guys have had this. You guys are also in committed relationship. You've had that moment where you've sparked a conversation with a girl and you've been like, if I wasn't married. Any man worth his salt has had that moment many, many times over. Now, the point I'm making here is,
man, I had that shit today.
From that moment on, if you actively push forward, then yes. And then granted, that it's hard to prove you didn't actively push forward after the fact in a situation like that. But I'm saying, if a broad is in a situation where, like, let me say this, I could fathom a chick being drunk or a dude being drunk, being around some girl, she's drunk too, they're getting real comfortable, they're getting real palatable, and before shit can really freaking cool down, or he can cool his jets, or she can cool her jets, or whatever, whoever is at fault, they're both at fault. Something goes down. I could understand a dude, and I'm not saying I would be that dude, but I could understand a dude or a chick going, you know what? I've lost all trust in you, but I love you and I'm willing to give you a second chance.
Look,
If that shit happens again, you're on your own. You're on your own from that. If it's twice, you're on your own, because that's repeat offender. If it happens one time, I understand you have no moral high ground, and I can understand someone saying, you get a second chance.
No, man. No. Look. After 7 years with that crazy lady, I will tell you, because of my experiences, that there is no chance in hell that a second chance would happen at this point in my life and where I'm at. Never,
No.
ever again.
And I'm not saying we're I'm not saying we're those.
Here's the thing. Look, check it out. Whether they actively seeked out an affair or they got drunk and slipped up and fell on a dick, you know what? The fact of the matter is they still at some point fucking chose to do it, because people do what they already had in their mind when they're drunk. You know, when they're sober, they thought about it, they get drunk, they fucking do it. So you know what? They were gonna do it eventually anyway. And you know what? Next time they get drunk, they're probably gonna do it again. So no, that's fucking stupid. Plus, my wife tells you that you're trying to get us all in trouble.
I don't blame her. All right, let me put it this way. Say what you just said, but replace the word affair with fucked someone once.
Fell on a dick. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, not fell on a dick. And nobody is claiming this is accidental. I'm not pawning this off as it's an accident. No. It's a mistake. It's not an accident in my book. If you've done it, you did it. There were many parts in this equation where you could have stopped.
Hey,
it's like when somebody gets shot by mistake. You folks as military members could relate to me going, there's so many steps you have to do wrong to shoot someone or to shoot yourself, to the point where I have no pity for the consequence. I sympathize with your pain, but I have no pity for the consequence. That's what I'm saying here. I'm saying there's no point of this that is accidental in my book. Once you did it, you did it. But I can understand someone forgiving someone once. Not twice, not 3 times, once.
Here's a question I got. For you. Have you guys ever heard of a situation where a couple, it doesn't matter the guy or the girl here, who cheated on one of the other one, and that was the only, they had a good fucking 10 years after that. They had never did that shit again.
I know 2. That's the only reason why I'm even able to say what I'm saying.
How long has it been?
No, this is what I'm going to say. One of them, they didn't make it. I think they made it like another 2 years over that, and the other party just could not come to terms with what had happened.
See?
But to the credit of that other party, they basically told the person they were with, they were like, look, I understand you've kept your word. You have not done this again. You have been faithful. You've been completely open. There are no secrets. The person knew all the passwords, all the codes, everything. You've been 100%. But anytime you do any petty mistake, I flash back to that. And they were like, it wouldn't be fair to me or you to go further, because I'm going to use this forever to bury you. And the day I start getting tired of you, this is going to be the linchpin. I'd rather we break it off now and be friends the other way. Granted, they were a really mature couple. Both of them accepted. One accepted wholeheartedly the blame. The other one accepted wholeheartedly the risk. It just didn't pan out. The other one.
No. Go ahead, man. Go.
The other one. Again, as I'm saying, the other one. They were.
It's been 2 weeks and they've been doing good so far, man.
No. The two couples I picked, because I know more than one couple that have gone, more than two couples that have gone through something like this. But the two couples I picked are the ones that made it through in a healthy manner. Like another couple I know, they decided they were going to be swingers from then on, and obviously that shit went completely south down the line.
Whoa. Calm down.
I'm just saying.
Don't you be disparaging swingers, all right?
I'm not disparaging swingers. I'm disparaging people that cheat, and then the couple decides the way to fix it is, I need to also get even. And then from there, it just became, then we can just do this periodically. We can do this together. And jealousy abounded at some point, like it always does in things like this.
Is that the guy that me and you both knew? Blonde-headed guy?
I don't think so.
Larger wife?
I don't think so.
Okay. Right.
I don't think so.
Maybe he had a Harley Davidson tattoo and he never owned a Harley?
I'm well aware of who we're talking about.
Okay.
I don't think so. Yeah, he was a special individual, that one.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, I'm not saying that I think it's the right thing to do. I'm saying that in that situation, I could understand a person forgiving.
Yeah, but you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying that, I mean, yeah, I do not understand completely. What I'm saying is, if a dude does that, then he's a fucking piece of shit, and he knows that's the best he's gonna get.
He's settling.
But same thing with a chick. Same thing with a chick.
Yeah, of course. You know, I'm not saying women take your cheating freaking man back. You know, I'm just directing this to men, okay?
But check it out. Life is too goddamn short to waste another 2 years on somebody who's gonna fucking either you guys aren't gonna make it, or they're gonna break it, someone's gonna cheat again. It's not gonna last. It's not. So life's too short to waste. They just wasted 2 years of his lives together. That couple, you know, 2 years they just wasted it. You know?
The same, man.
By the way, that's a terrible way to look at a relationship.
2 years, he would have found somebody that worked for him not cheating on, you know?
I'm just saying that's kind of a terrible way to look at relationships. All the years I've been with other people was wasted. There's some good wasted years, I'm telling you.
I'm just saying, though.
I know at least one individual who has a terrible experience with an ex-girlfriend who doesn't regret his waste, because the crazy she brought to the table was a curse and a blessing.
Here's the thing I'll bring it back to, okay? Now, the reason I picked cheating is because that's a thing that we could all stick on that is definitely wrong in the other fucking party, okay?
True.
But it isn't just about cheating. It's about the betrayal, okay? Like, in all honesty, the dick isn't the problem here, okay? The dick here is not the biggest issue. It's just she decided that was more important. That dick right there was more important than her relationship, okay? That's the issue. That's the fucking issue. So now we're going to continue on with this relationship when this bitch just decided some strange cock was the fucking more important thing. That's what you need to send her on. Go on your way. Go get your freaking shit and leave me the fuck alone. You know, like, in all honesty, if a woman came home and said, hey, listen, you know, we've been together for years. I love you. We got this family. We got this house, the shit. I just really need to go out and get some dick. And you know what? Okay, honey, let's sit down and talk about this. Let's figure out a way to make this work for both of us, okay? That's what I'm saying, okay? But the whole betrayal is the freaking issue here. Okay, hold on a second. I want to show you this shit to you guys real quick. Hold on.
Some damn steak, fucker.
Look at that goddamn thing, man. I love this fucking thing.
This guy.
I'm sorry. I apologize about that. I apologize. I gotta let that thing rest for about 10 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
look at that.
He's here.
Look at that. Oh, look at this motherfucker coming back.
Show us some steak.
I'm just saying, man. But anyways, back to what I was saying before we greet Mr. Cold Conscience here. What I'm saying is a fucking betrayal, and that shit could be about anything. The reason I chose cheating is just because that's the fucking sticking point. But if some bitch goes behind your back and steals your deployment money, we've seen that shit happen, huh?
Yeah, nah, that shit is terrible right there.
That's a fucking betrayal, and if some dude keeps a bitch after doing that, he's a fucking scumbag, okay? Like, that's a big thing for me, and I think it's because of, and my freaking Mrs. Alone in the Dark here would probably have a quote that I use quite often, but I think part of the shit that fucked me up when I was younger helps me now when I finally decided to have a real relationship and not just fuck bitches, okay? Because a part of the thing back when I was younger, and you guys could probably test it because I've probably been a bitch to you guys about this, is if there's any sign of a fucking lie, I'm fucking pissed about it. Okay?
Absolutely.
Now what that changes is I'm 100% honest up to a point that a lot of bitches can't take that shit. you could ask Mrs. Alone in the Dark. There's times when my honesty probably gets the fuck on her nerves. Okay? And there's times when my requirements for honesty are probably too high. Like, hey, I said this. And I'm like, no, you didn't. You worded it differently. Don't lie to me, bitch. But I think that breeds for a healthy relationship. When you're completely wide out in the open with everything, there ain't no surprises. If we're walking through the mall and there's some bitch I want to fuck, I'll usually tell her about it. Like, goddamn.
I will testify to this. I did steal that out of your playbook.
Yeah,
it wasn't until it wasn't until I met you that I did like the blatant honesty thing. And I will admit, you lose a lot of people that way. But
They're
you
worth
end
losing.
up finding out, they weren't worth keeping any fucking way to begin with. You know, we have a mutual acquaintance that is a testament to that. A mutual acquaintance that I'm very fond of to this day. But when push came to shove, your blatant honesty requirements were...
He ain't fond of me.
Yeah. we'll put it that way. He sure the hell ain't fond of you. But,
so when I said that bitch looked like a discount Beyonce, that's fucking brutally honest.
No. That's a whole other thing, man. That was unnecessary honesty.
But it was honesty, though.
Look,
it was honesty. I'll give you credit for that one.
If I meet a bitch who's so fat she's in a fucking Segway and can't walk around just because she's too fat, I don't tell her, damn, bitch, you're too fat. I just think...
Especially not when you're trying to fuck said fat bitch. You know?
To my defense, like I said, I didn't fucking know, okay?
Oh, man. That was classic.
I'll testify to the honesty thing to a point. I think there's a point where everybody deserves... I think lying is a form of privacy in some aspects. You know, when you ask somebody, how's your day? And that person goes, fine. 9 times out of 10, that's not fucking true. They got a whole shitload of problems. But they say fine, a nice little white lie, to be polite, to do common courtesy, to keep the machine going the way it should.
Hold on, Dave.
Whether being blatantly honest in that situation would be better for the machine or not, that's debatable. But what's not debatable is that little white lie is non-damaging. You, on the other hand, Mr. Alone in the Dark, that little white lie annoys you sometimes.
Annoys most of that. Now, I don't mind lying to people I don't know. Yeah, let's get...
All right. Now,
don't get me wrong.
If you say that changes the whole dynamic, then I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, because what I'm saying is, if you're in a relationship or friendship with somebody, then there shouldn't be any lie. And if the truth destroys that relationship, then it needs to fucking die. You know what I mean? If you don't know some motherfucker, man, they don't rate shit. You know, fuck them.
Like some strange bitch I saw with a beautiful vagina.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck
Can
that
I
bitch.
go ahead and say, what, this thing? This is a promise ring. I wear it from camp.
So they say.
Okay, next topic.
All right, next topic. In fact, it might go into the rant section, but I'm gonna start off by showing you guys a little picture I got prepped here to get you guys to see my point. And it's a picture. We're gonna start with a funny picture just to get y'all laughing, and then I'm gonna put the picture I actually want to put up. Now here's my funny picture. It's a little dumb. No laughs. Fair enough. All right. Now here is the picture I actually want to put on. For those that can't read it because they're illiterate, I'm going to read it. I'm an officer's wife, and I better get saluted when I drive in the gate with my officer sticker on my truck that my officer husband's paycheck pays for. It's called respect, which you obviously have none. All right.
Oh, that girl got trashed, didn't she?
Oh yeah, she got murdered. But this is the most blatant example I could find. But you see it in every aspect. Since I work in retail, for example, we get a lot of this. No, trust me, I'm a lawyer. Or no, trust me, I'm a doctor. And this brings up a huge problem for me. This whole unnecessary authority over others. It bothers me not just that they pull the card, but that they feel that card means anything. And I gotta be honest, I don't. It's not in my nature to lord over other people. Like it makes no sense to me how one would want to lord over anyone else. So when I see shit like this, I don't get it. I don't get what the appeal is. I don't understand what the pleasure is in saying something like, I'm an officer's wife, I better get saluted, when you have put none of the effort to get the respect that is got. But this shit is so prevalent and so everywhere, so annoying that I don't know. I just want to tell motherfuckers to stop doing that shit. It's terrible in a way I can't fucking articulate properly.
Look, this is prevalent through our entire culture right now. This perverse self-sense of entitlement. It just drives me crazy. Fuck, oh my god. And it literally goes, I mean, and I know you don't want to go there, but it goes into, you know, all the freebies people get from the government as well. They fucking feel they are completely entitled to your shit.
Now, again, you're saying your shit, but you're not the government.
Well, here's a quick debate. I'll throw a wrench. I'm gonna throw into freaking Puppet Master's little thing there. The moment that money is turned over to the government, it is no longer yours. It's no longer mine. It's every citizen of the United States. That's how it's supposed to be. Really, these people aren't taking your shit. They're taking our shit. Yeah, man. You're fucking my tax dollars are going towards, you know,
I said
kind of
yours.
bullshit.
I did not say mine. I said your shit.
Okay, so, and don't get me wrong, Puppet Master. In no way am I saying again that I don't understand where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. But
yeah.
I only think that falls in a different category because that is not directly like Alone in the Dark just said. It's more of a community coffer type robbery, you're saying, as opposed to like a direct I'm over you kind of thing.
Yeah.
That one and the community coffer.
Two separate topics. I do.
No, I'm saying you're not wrong. There's a whole thing to that, and we can delve into that in a bit. But I'm saying that one-on-one, like I'm over you because I'm this thing. I can't. I mean, do you guys understand why they do it? Because I can't like mentally fathom it.
There's a saying, and I can't remember who made it, but the saying is, power makes some people grow, but it makes other people swell.
I've never heard that one. But hey, check it out. Because they don't feel any self-importance, so they have to push themselves and other people to feel that self-importance.
Makes sense, I guess. Because to me, I'll tell you, here's a great example of this. At my job, when you become a manager, you're required to wear a shirt and tie.
Uh-huh.
I'm literally the only manager in my district who does not do this. And I've been told several times to do it, and I tell them I feel extremely uncomfortable with that. That's kind of a showboat of authority. The way I thought about it is like, the way I explained it to my boss to the point where they leave me alone about it is now, I'm part of a team, and I'm going to dress the way my team dresses. There's no reason. We have a uniform for a reason. Once you start taking the uniform out of the equation and making some people wear out the uniform, there's a sense of entitlement that creeps in, even if you're fully aware of what that uniform doesn't make you better than another person. I've seen it. You get this weird little sense of entitlement you can't fight back. Like, I've seen people put on a tie and immediately their hands go in their pockets. They spin their keys a little more. Like little shit. They like to stand and look over people's shoulders. And that shit just fucks with me when I see that, because I'm like, yo, nah, man. You know, we
10
still...
10 minutes ago, you were one of us.
We're not that special.
10 minutes ago, you were doing the same shit I was.
Exactly. It's like I almost want to go over like, dude, you know, at the end of the day, we all still only work retail. It ain't even that serious, dog. This is just a paycheck for us to stay alive. Nobody in high school was scribbling this as their future job. This is either a stepping stone or you've given up on going further. Either way,
not
you
anymore.
make shit.
You'll be getting $15 an hour real soon. No worries.
Again, and again, that goes into a different conversation, because then at that point, I'm not gonna go there. But we're going there, but I'm not going there. The point I'm making is, I just need motherfuckers to stop doing that shit. It's depressing. It's not even annoying. It's not even infuriating. It's just depressing to watch.
Well, like people always say, you know, you give people a little bit of power and they decide to go overboard. That's the problem with a lot of police officers nowadays. You know, when you have that much power, give somebody just a little bit of power over certain people, they don't know how to fucking handle it. That's why, you know, certain motherfuckers shouldn't be managers, because they don't know how to handle, you know, having just a little bit of authority over people. Most of the time, those people, you know, are very, you know, self-conscious about themselves most of the time. You know, like if they're having a bad day, they want to take it out on you. So
I'll give you a good example that at least you should remember their fucking, I don't even remember their name. Jonathan, Mr. Esther.
Shoot.
Captain Shantosh, and I'm hoping I'm hitting his name right, because it's been a long time since I've ever thought about that motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I don't even remember who he was.
I'll give you a hint. Diesel, you remember him?
I remember
He's
Diesel.
the one that named. Yeah, that guy was a goddamn legend. Okay.
He was.
Like, I don't remember what his highest award was. I think it was like Silver Star, or maybe even more.
He got Silver Star. I think he got what's the star, the medal under Medal of Honor.
I think, is it Silver Star?
Silver or bronze?
No, bronze is below silver.
It was one of those stars, either silver or bronze. I don't remember. He got one of those two.
But this motherfucker was a goddamn legend and a captain in the freaking Marine Corps. Okay. That motherfucker probably killed more people than I've met. he was just a goddamn legend, okay?
He was.
But I met him one time. One time. He swung by the armory for some fuckery. I had to go get him. All I hear is, hey, you need to go pick up such and such captain. He's going to see the warrant officer. Oh, shit. Here we go. You know? Gotta go deal with this fucking bullshit. Go over. This dude's signing in. I'm like, you know, good afternoon, sir. Gave my proper greeting of the day. I'm going to take you to freaking chief warrant officer. This dude turned to me. He's like, sir. He's like, my name's freaking, you can just call me dude. What's your name? Like,
Yeah, actually, he did the same shit to me. I high-fived him and he was like, just call me dude. And my eyes turned to stars.
And I'm sitting here like, is this guy fucking with me? Like, is he trying to get me in a corner here where I fucking make a mistake and he's going to chew my ass? Because there's, I don't want to be in this mess right now, you know what I mean? But no, he was just a generally fucking nice guy who didn't need that bullshit. You know, freaking Marines would salute him, he'd salute him back and then pat him on the shoulder, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And he was just a really nice fucking guy But here's a guy who had every reason to be a fucking prick to everybody he met, because he was literally better than everybody he met, but he didn't fucking do it.
I'll tell you my
Like if that
funnest
dude came
story
up and
about
said,
that guy.
I'm gonna fuck your wife, I would have to say, all right. go right ahead, you know this.
It's not like you can stop him any fucking way.
Yeah, exactly, man.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you my funnest story about that guy. We were in Iraq, and some dude had just come out, and this was back when we were getting mortared pretty frequently, and some dude had come out, and I guess he didn't have his blouse on or something, or flak jacket or some crazy shit, some defensive clothing or whatever, and this gunnery sergeant comes out, pretty high rank in the military, technically longer than a captain. He comes out and he starts reaming this guy about safety and not being properly attired in combat zone, and just going to town. The whole time this guy's going to town, this gunnery sergeant's going to town against this poor bastard who just ran out to do, I don't remember, some menial thing like grab a bottle of water or some crap. The captain walks up behind the gunny. He has his pants rolled up into shorts. He's wearing flip-flops. He's got like an AC/DC t-shirt on. And this guy keeps reaming this dude while the captain is sitting next to him, demonstrating the exact opposite of what this dude is yelling at this kid about. So now I'm watching this kid fight not to laugh.
Thank you.
And I'm watching this gunnery sergeant fight not to get more pissed off and yell at the captain, because he's trying to make a point that the captain is blatantly disregarding, but that gunny can't say a damn thing to him. It was one of the most beautiful, humbling moments I've ever seen, where without saying a word, the captain restored that young dude's confidence and made that gunny look foolish because he was getting angry over a silly thing without saying one word. Just a beautiful, teachable moment, man.
Yeah. But here's a guy, here's this bitch getting pissed about not getting saluted at the fucking gate, and here's a guy who's fucking giving his all for his country and still doesn't give a shit, you know? If they don't salute him at the gate, you think he's going to give him a fucking hard time? You think he's going to write an angry Facebook post?
Yeah,
I don't think he'll even notice.
Yeah, that's just people, I think, with a self-confidence thing that, you know, it's just when you put people like that and just have a little bit of power, you know, they decide to go overboard with it. You know who goes overboard with shit like that?
She has no power. That's the thing.
These bitches don't got no power.
I understand she has no power, but, you know, who knows? Fuck the bitch. But listen, like I said, a lot of people do that. Have you ever met a fucking, what are those people called who fucking write you tickets? Not police officers, obviously.
Oh, meter maids.
Meter maids. Holy shit.
Those motherfuckers, let me tell you, my professor at my school, he's a Baltimore City police officer at the time. And he had his, you know, he stopped at a call one time, had his lights on, flashing, and like he's in the middle of the street like most police officers do. In the middle of the street, he's writing this report because some lady just got robbed not that long ago. He said this fucking meter maid came up behind him, tapped him on the shoulder, and said, "Sir, you have to move your goddamn car." Now, mind you, he's in full uniform, full Baltimore City Police Department. This is not an Orange County Sheriff officer. This is Baltimore City. Those are grounds to get your ass stomped. Not sure about anybody else police department, but you get your ass stomped for tapping any fucking police officer on the shoulder, first of all. And second of all, say some shit like that. He said he turned around so fucking fast, said, "Do you know who the fuck you talking to?" This is a Christian, mind you. Now I'm talking about. Turned around so quick and said, "You know who the fuck you're talking to?" I'm, you know, and this and that third, and then, you know, the rest she drove off. But you give, I feel like it's mostly females. You give them a little bit of power and they decide to go overboard with the shit.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny, actually? And I mean, when I was working at the Volkswagen plant, mind you, we got all kind of fucking ethnicities in there, right?
Gotcha.
We got freaking Germans, we got Mexicans, we got freaking, and the South isn't really known for its racial diversity. You know, you pretty much got white and black. That's it. But anyways, we're in there, and I remember this shit happening to me at least 20 fucking times. And that is, I would send people to work, right? And it was always black women who would come to me and go, listen, I need your help. I need you to get me the fuck, and it would be within days. I need you to get me the fuck out of this goddamn place. Send me somewhere else. I'll go pack boxes. I'll go do whatever the fuck you want me to do. Just get me out of here. I'm like, what's the problem? You put me under a black woman, and this girl's going crazy. Black women can't handle leadership, they would say. I'm like, oh shit, hold on. Don't be saying this shit like this. You're going to get me in trouble, even though I'm not saying nothing. Someone's going to come after the white boy here. Come on, calm down. But it happened all the fucking time. Just, you can't put a freaking black woman in leadership, man. They freak the fuck out. This and that. And it was never anybody else. I never had any white people mad, black guys mad, nobody. It was always black women pissed about having to work for black women, and usually they had a pretty good fucking point. Now, we fired a whole bunch of those black supervisors because they were harassing freaking employees. They were cussing at them. They were fucking, talking down to them. They were joining little cliques, and then if this girl wasn't in their clique, they would fucking shun them and freaking put them in the worst fucking areas to work. Yeah. That bitch is coming for a lawsuit. Guess what? If I'm gonna be sued, your ass is fired, bitch.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The funny part about it, you could easily see how racism could go from there, because some motherfucker who's never met anyone else sees that, and for them, that's their whole experience of black women.
Yep.
So it's I mean, fuck. It's sad, man. Do any of you fuckers watch American Dad?
Not recently, no.
You guys,
okay.
American Dad. It's the other Family Guy TV show.
Long time ago. I haven't seen anything recent.
So there's a great episode about it where Stan, the guy, the father.
Is this your next topic?
No. We're about to go into the next topic right now, but I just wanted to say this real quick. Stan, the father, who he gets in trouble for some shit, and his community service is he has to become a meter maid. And the episode, the second he becomes a meter maid, it goes from American Dad to like a knockoff of Goodfellas. Because he starts bribing people unless they get tickets. He's coming home and making it rain on her with freaking quarters. Like, she's like, I can get anything in town. She'll go into places like a stadium, and some dude will be like, I'm sitting there, and she'll be like, do you know who my fucking husband is? And she'd call her husband, and he'd write him a ticket.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I thought it was funny when you talked about the meter maid. That shit came right to mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's terrible, but it's true. Like, you had, like, meter maids of like that. You had sometimes crossing guards are like that. And it's like I said, most of the time it's black women, and you put them with a little bit of power, and they go fucking overboard with this shit. I don't know what the fuck is that we be eating for that shit to fucking happen. I don't know, but it's fucking ridiculous sometimes. It's just terrible. Goddamn terrible.
Well, Dave, hit it up, man. Hit the next one. What's going on?
No, I'm about to throw it into the next topic right now. All right. So for me to do this next topic, I got to show you guys another picture. So okay, you guys might know about this picture. You guys might not.
Okay, right? So hold on, Tom. We're gonna go to that topic. We ain't gonna talk about Bill Cosby raping bitches. Come on.
Oh, we're going to. That's gonna be our parting shot. That's gonna be our parting shot because that's. It's a tasty little nugget. I just wanted to hit this up real quick before we do that. All right. Does anybody know what this car is?
Not even. Is it a what's that called? Mitsubishi Eclipse?
No, and that's a good call actually. It does kind of look like an Eclipse now that you mention it.
I'm gonna
that
say
car, ladies and gentlemen, is called the Toyota Mirai.
Damn, good call there.
Or Mirai, which stands for future. No, Mirai, M-I-R-A-I, which stands for future in Japanese. And that shit is not a fucking understatement. You guys are currently looking at the first fully production car as of 2015 hydrogen car. As in, takes in hydrogen, gets oxygen through the grill, and water comes out of the exhaust.
We talking about hydrogen bombs, man.
No, we talking about a car, man. That shit runs for 300 miles tank charges in 5 minutes, and it's backed by a major marketing company, Toyota.
Wait. Tank charges with what?
Hydrogen.
So what do? You just, I mean, ain't that shit like combustible? You know, I mean, didn't that bring down the goddamn fucking Hindenburg?
Yeah, but I think they figured out a way to fix it because they're putting that shit in the motherfucking car.
You think they figured out a way? I'll wait till somebody blows up before I decide to fucking buy it.
What's the price tag on that thing, man?
$1 million.
No, it's not. It's not $1 million. They've been looking around for it. But basically, the concept behind this thing is, it might be the freaking the gas replacer, man.
Oh shit! That means Toyota's about to get stabbed in the throat by the Koch brothers.
Yeah, those motherfuckers don't play. That is true. Which kind of brought up an interesting point to people because they were like, okay, what makes Toyota so confident about this hydrogen car that they can now fucking release it out and not worry about getting completely murdered?
Well, this goddamn Toyota, they ain't little by themselves, man. Toyota owns fucking countries, dude.
Yeah, that shit is. It's kind of nutty. Hold on, I just got an image of what the gas, the part where you fuel looks like. What the fuck do you call that shit? The gas cap, gas tank.
You know, you would think Asian people building cars, they'd be able to drive better. You think since they build the motherfucker, that they would know how to drive the motherfucker?
No, stop
I mean,
it.
I'm pretty sure if I'm able to build a goddamn guitar, I can play the motherfucker just a little bit.
Stop
Dave,
That's what you think.
he's a black man. He can't be racist. He can say whatever he wants.
Not true.
Black men cannot be racist.
That is terribly racist of him.
What y'all gonna learn? Jesus.
Terribly racist. Jesus
Listen,
Christ.
after all the years of racism towards us, we cannot. This is nothing. It's not a payback. It's just, you know.
Just no. Oh, stop it.
Here's my
I had a
issue
question.
Here's my issue there. Hold on. I got one issue with it. Is that picture isn't real? That's a computer fucking rendering of a car. So how are they about to sell this thing if they can't even give me a fucking picture of it, man?
No. The car is real. The car is def real. It actually, they've already done driving tests. They've shown videos of driving tests. That shit was released a while ago. They've already said they're selling it in 2015. It's a real ass car, and the price right now is $63,000 for one.
What? Can you pre-order it?
Yeah. Hold on, Bloomberg. Let's see, Bloomberg.com. What does it say over here? Bear with me a second. All right. Toyota Motor Corp will start selling its Miria fuel cell vehicles 7.24 million yen, which is 36,000, which Japan will subsidize with the aim of repeating a bet that paid off the world's most popular hybrid, which would be Prius. Early buyers of the Mirai, which runs on hydrogen and emits only water vapor, will be entitled to about 3 million yen in subsidies in some areas, government officials have said. Support mirrors the inducement Japan has offered to purchase of a hybrid, including Prius, sold since 1997. Toyota and Japan have since dominated global hybrid sales and products. Okay, hydrogen can encourage new industrial development that can have the impact of changing our society and structure, creating new jobs, and improving our global competitiveness. Toyota is receiving government support to popularize what it sees as the next generation of technology for cars. Just as they did with the car running on gasoline and electricity, the Prius and other Japan-made models have been eligible for domestic tax breaks and incentives have helped the nation's companies achieve scales and lower costs, paving the way for Toyota to sell 7 million hybrids cumulatively as of September. Now I'm trying to see. All right, skip. Toyota plans to build 700 Mirai fuel cell cars in the next year from Motomachi plant near its headquarters in Tokyo, Japan. Output will rise to 10,000 annually during 2020s. Chairman Takedusi Uchiha said in Newport Beach, California, before the Los Angeles Auto Show, gasoline has been the primary fuel for the first 100 years of the automobile. Seiichi Yamada, known within Toyota as the fire of the Prius.
Man, shut the fuck up. I don't need you to read me this goddamn statement. That's pretty fucking crazy because, you know, that shit, we can, conceivably someday run out of fossil fuels, even though they keep finding new catches and new ideas. But hydrogen is like the fucking most basic thing in the entire universe. That's like what everything's made out of, Everything started as hydrogen and then went from there. But I want to say, like, it's a healthy fucking percentage of the whole fucking universe is goddamn hydrogen. So if they really pull this shit off, that's some craziness, man.
That's exactly. I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I don't see how the whole world is not in an uproar over this shit, because this is potentially like the advent of the internet. This is like the turning point of civilization, and it barely gets a mention.
That's probably those goddamn Koch brothers, man.
For real, man.
They're fucking drowning that shit out.
I heard that shit.
No offense there, Puppet Master. I know they're your heroes or some shit.
I heard that shit, and I was sitting in my room, and
my uncles alone.
I called the wife in, and I went, "Do you see this shit?" And like the crazy broad she is, she saw nothing. I'm like, "You're watching the potential revolution of the planet. This is like us all of a sudden being able to read each other's minds. It's fucking... It's a crazy, crazy, crazy thing."
I'm be 100% honest with you. If we could read minds, I'll probably never get laid, because I'll be thinking so much other shit inside my head. You don't want to know what I'm thinking right now, or what I be thinking when I'm at a quote unquote date.
Now, here's the crazy part about this. The first thing I thought when I saw it was the same thing you fuckers thought, which was what Cold Conscience elaborated there, Hindenburg.
There's me, but
or one of y'all.
There's me. It was
I
me.
was saying, I know I ain't say that shit.
But but I was like, but here's the funny part: the skepticism they face is about everything except that. When your competitors like Tesla are not even saying anything about that, that's a pretty good endorsement for you to begin with already, because you've already stomped the biggest thing that's a problem with you. Hydrogen flammable.
In all honesty, other than it being a pure gas, there's probably not much of a difference between that and gasoline. And really, the Hindenburg, they don't even think it was the hydrogen that brought it down. They actually think it was the paint that they painted the freaking thing. That was flammable, and that's what caught on fire. So there's actually an issue. Compared to gasoline, I don't think hydrogen is that big of a deal. Plus, we already have propane-powered cars. That's a gas that's also freaking explosive. They're doing just fine. They have these huge fucking solid steel tanks that just can take it. You're going to die in a fucking crash before that thing fucking blows up, So, I don't know, man. It'd be gone down. I wonder what kind of freaking power that thing's putting out, though. Is this thing comparable?
Yeah, I'm trying to see stats information right now. Numbers. Nah, I don't know. The only thing I know for a fact is it's 300 miles to the charge. Yeah. Let's see. I keep seeing a lot of shit about Tesla in here.
I really want to see how much room that tank fucking fills up. Because could you put a whole big-ass tank in there and go fucking 1,200 miles? I mean, hydrogen could be compressed pretty fucking heavily,
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that also leads to, now you have a goddamn bomb in your goddamn car. But, yeah, man, that's pretty fucking interesting. Anyways, next topic, man. Carry on.
Gotcha. No, I'm just surprised that you motherfuckers aren't flipping your lid over this shit. That's some crazy shit.
No, I am, man. I am. If that's really going down, that's going to be a fucking... And if it comes out at, like, a reasonable price, like, if that thing's under $100,000, that's going to be goddamn crazy. If that's like a 1.63... Did you already found the price?
I already found it, $63,000. And that's
cheaper than a Tesla.
Before the subsidies the government will give you. Yeah, that's before the subsidies the government will give you. Now, another thing I found out kind of drifting around is Toyota is the first one to announce it. Toyota stepped out and announced it, but Honda also has their model. Now, the hydrogen, I guess, is under the car's carriage, which makes it a 4-seater. Honda's selling point is that theirs is a 5-seater because they're putting theirs under the hood.
Okay, I could dig it. I want to, once that shit is in it, once I could go test drive that bitch, that's when I'll believe it. Okay, right now I'm going to have to suspend disbelief on that shit, you know? But seriously, the Tesla Model S is 90-something thousand. So they're underselling the fucking Tesla.
And the Tesla is 265 miles, up to 265 miles.
Now, here's the cool thing about those Teslas is they actually have a bunch of free places for you to charge them. You could literally drive that bitch cross-country for nothing.
That's pretty damn good.
Now, I don't know how much hydrogen is going to cost, but probably not fucking much, man.
Yeah. Also, have you guys been noticing gas prices?
Not much now. It's going to cost a fortune once everybody starts driving because they got to tax it somehow to fucking pay for the goddamn repairs of the road.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm paying for
it. Okay, but another thing is, you guys have noticed what happened to gas prices recently?
Yeah, they took a big dive.
Has anybody noticed that nobody is fucking talking about that either?
No, I mean, everybody was talking about it beforehand that gas is supposed to be going down. This is not really news to me anyway.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, I think it's kind of common for this time of year, isn't it?
No, never this low, man. This shit is back in like the 2s.
Yeah, I mean, okay, how much is it over there? 'Cause I know California's pretty goddamn
That's
high.
the crazy part. California is pretty goddamn high, and I think the lowest I saw last night was 303.
Really?
Yeah.
303.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago in Arizona, I paid $2.87 a gallon.
$2.87. Man, look, gas over here right now in Baltimore is $2.75.
Yeah, I'm at 2.45.
Yeah.
Look at that. Shit. That's like I don't know if that's
303.
But every time I see that shit, I think the same shit. I'm like, okay, why the fuck was it high in the first place?
The war, man. The war on terror. They had to raise it up.
Whatever, man. That shit just drove me nuts.
No, here's the funny thing, man. Here's the funny thing about that. There's the funny thing about that is they claim now the thing kind of works on prediction. Okay, the gas price you pay now isn't really representative of how much they cost to refine it. It's how much it's going to cost them to refine it like 6 months from now. Okay, because they have to predict then because it's going to take them that long to get it through the whole fucking system, right? So what they would do is say, hey, these motherfuckers are going crazy in Iraq. We got to raise the prices because the prices are going to be that much more 6 months from now. Okay? However, the issue that came up is they should have been paying more to refine this shit and to get it to us. That's why we were paying more for them, except all the fucking oil companies had record high profits, almost like they didn't spend any more to refine this shit. They just told us that it was going to happen and then just jacked the fucking prices. What are you going to do about it, man? Walk? Ride a fucking bicycle? Give me a goddamn break.
Actually, it took them, from what I read, it damaged them pretty hard because that's when staycations got really popular for a while.
Well, damage is kind of a strong word. They had record high profits, and that's what I'm trying to say. We discussed this before. If we were looking at this company and saying, your longevity, you're fucking with your longevity, 50 years from now, you guys are going to fuck this all up, that doesn't matter because the current board members are going to be retired by then. They need to take what they can get now.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's no foresight. Like, there's another quote, I think it's like an old Roman quote or something like that society has reached, like, I can't remember the exact words, society has reached utopia when old men plant trees that they'll never enjoy the shade for. Okay, they're planting trees for their kids, their grandkids. You know, these things are going to grow up and develop, and they're not going to benefit, but their freaking ancestors are. The U.S. is gone from that shit, man. We don't give a goddamn about our fucking ancestors. Fuck them, kids. Fuck you guys. I'm going to take all the money and live like a goddamn king, and you guys are just fucked.
Our ancestors are our descendants.
Exactly. Fuck those kids.
I said that a lot. That's horrible. All right. So it's about time for us to start going to these parting shots. And the clear topic for the parting shot, like Mr. Cole Conscience brought up, is Bilious Cosbyus and his wandering wang. Now, for most people that don't know, Black Dynamite had a timely episode about Bill Cosby with this fantastic scandal.
Which I'm gonna watch tonight. I'm gonna watch
Oh,
that shit
yeah.
tonight.
You need to. You need to. It's a classic because it plays on a lot of shit that people always complain about Bill Cosby. And Will Smith had the same problem too, to a much lesser degree, which was they tried to police African American culture to make it more palatable for white people.
You talking about Bill Cosby and all them?
Bill Cosby and Will Smith, they kind of did it to an extent, which was noble to a point. It was noble because their point was, hey guys, we need to make our image better by being more polite, more cultured, more yada yada yada. But the problem is they were like at the expense of our culture, you know. Quit playing hip hop music and let's start playing jazz only, you know. Or it's just it was weird. But anyway,
Now,
any
here's
thoughts
something.
on the rapings?
Here's something I'll say about Will Smith, though. I kind of look at him as an actor, kind of like how Neil deGrasse Tyson is a scientist, okay? Very little about either one of them really ties back to, oh, Will Smith got this part because they needed a black guy. Will Smith got this, they needed that fucking, you know, funny black guy in here. All of Will Smith's major fucking parts are ambiguous. It could have been a white person in his thing. It could have, like, what was that? I Am Legend. Nothing about that was about him being black, you know? What was that other one? 8 Pounds or something like that? Again, nothing. Hitch, nothing. He's just an incredible fucking actor, and that's what he does. That's kind of the same thing about Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's not a black scientist. He's a scientist, and that's what's important about him. I kind of think that's important to bring everybody together. These aren't, you know, black leaders. They're leaders. They're men who are fucking leading being a scientist, leading being a freaking incredible actor. They're just people who are leaders, not designated by their race. You know.
Well, the problem
I think that's kind of important.
Hey, stop talking like that. Al Sharpton's gonna get pissed.
But the problem back then was this. For example, acts like Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy were getting big, but a lot of the way they were getting big was with dirty talk. And Bill Cosby was vocally against that.
Eddie Murphy, I remember Eddie Murphy talking about getting a call from freaking Bill Cosby chastising him about
that was
that
in the
shit.
stand-up Raw, yeah. And it was a big deal. It wasn't just them. They were the most notable. But Bill Cosby kind of went on a rampage for a while. Like if you were a dirty black act that kind of made fun of, you know, drug use or sex or anything like that, Bill Cosby kind of got after your ass a little bit. So much so, like people like Eddie Murphy who looked up to him, kind of started snobbing him because they were like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yeah.
I understand your point, but this is who I am. I'm gonna pretend I'm not.
You got rich doing you, and now.
Yeah.
Have you heard the theory about Bill Cosby and Chappelle?
Oh shit! Shoot.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I heard about that. I think you said it on one of these episodes, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so the whole theory is he might have, but he was talking about Bill Cosby and Oprah, and I think there was one or two other people, you know, black leaders who came after his ass. Like Bill Cosby called him and said, "You need to stop with the shit. You're making fun of freaking black people. You're making fun of, you know, this and that. Your fucking act is filthy. You need to pull it back." And freaking Chappelle's, no, fuck no, man. I'm freaking doing my dream here. I'm doing what I want to do. You're not going to freaking interfere with what I'm doing here. Apparently, according to sources, Bill Cosby and Oprah fucking terrorized that motherfucker until he left the show, and that was the reason he left. Like, they had people breaking into his house and harassing him while he slept. They told him, like, we have, between all of us, we got more money than God, and we could fuck with you nonstop. And they had, like his wife thought he was freaking out because, like, they had somebody break into his house. He wakes up, and there's a guy with a fucking knife to his throat. Stop your fucking show. You are not untouchable. We will fucking take you out when we need to. That dude left, and he's waking up freaking out. His wife thinks that he's fucking, you know, stressed out because of work. But there was really a guy with a knife to his throat, like, so many minutes ago.
Allegedly. Thank you,
That
Lord
was the
Oprah.
whole theory, but
Thank you,
fucking
thank you,
non-existence.
Lord Oprah is almighty. All can be done in Oprah and Tom Cruise.
Hey.
And
Is
Scientology.
he breaking up for you guys or is it me?
You're
You
breaking
started
up.
talking about Oprah, man. Of course we're gonna break up. What's wrong with you?
You're breaking up. It's not Dave. It's not anybody else. It's you.
Again, y'all talking about Oprah.
Fucking,
Who's y'all? Who's Dumbo?
it's fucking, she's
That's
shutting
why
you down
Yeah,
here.
motherfucker.
But it's a pretty interesting theory.
I mean, I know you said the theory before. Could I have seen that happen? I mean, maybe the breaking into the house and shit like that, maybe a little bit far. I mean, it could happen. Maybe a little far-fetched, but, you know, like I said, very interesting theory. And, you know, Oprah and Bill Cosby are kind of with, you know, fucking trying to...
Yeah, it could be bullshit, but if anybody has the money to do that shit, it's those motherfuckers.
It's Oprah and Bill Cosby. But apparently
Yeah.
he's been raping motherfuckers all his career.
All his career too.
All his career. Like not like one time. It was all his career that apparently he's been, you know, fucking just raping motherfuckers.
True.
Which I can
that changes everything about him.
Yeah, I mean,
When you're on there,
I'm not gonna say he's doing it, but from the stories that some of the girls said, you know, that some of the women said, it's really not that far-fetched. Not saying that he did it, but it's really not that far-fetched that happens in Hollywood a lot. A lot of, you know, producers and shit like that sleep with these actresses, you know, and that's how sometimes they get their big roles and shit like that. So, I mean, do I believe Bill Cosby did it? I really don't know. I really don't give a goddamn. But, you know, it's pretty interesting. I want to see where this is going to go, because if this happens, you already know motherfuckers like Eddie Murphy, and if Richard Pryor was still alive, Richard Pryor probably just in heaven getting his ass right now. You already know. If this comes out to be fucking true, every fucking comedian is going to be on Bill Cosby's ass. It's crazy because the comedian actually is the one who actually put this into the light. You know, he was like, I forgot his name, but he was the one that actually put into the light and said, hey, you know, Bill Cosby is, huh? Oh, I thought somebody said something. Yeah, he actually put in people's head that said Bill Cosby is actually raping women. And I guess, you know, people actually looked it up on fucking Google and seen that, hey, it's been a lot of accounts of that shit happening.
Yeah. Now here's a funny angle to that thing that I've been loving right now, because I don't got an answer whether or not he did it or not. I think it's when you got 15 bitches calling you a rapist, that's kind of hard to just walk away from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the funny part for me is the puppet masters of the world. Okay, these filthy fucking conservatives. Okay, because do you guys know what their theory is right now?
What's that theory?
Their theory is that somehow Cosby is a freaking conservative hero, and that's the reason the liberal media is having a smear campaign against him. I shit you not, this bitch was even on Fox News, you know? Now here's the funny part, okay?
God damn.
Here's the funny part. Cosby has been a Democrat for longer than any of us have been alive. Matter of fact, maybe longer than all of us combined almost. That motherfucker's old as shit. You know, he's been outspoken about how much he dislikes the Republican Party. He even accused them back in the 60s of getting his show canceled in so many southern states, which was probably true, because they had a freaking black male lead. He is not a fan of the Republican Party, so why the fuck the liberal media would chase after him is beyond anybody. The reason why they think he's suddenly a conservative hero is somebody put out this fucking quote that was supposedly Cosby that said, I'm 83 or I'm 76 and I'm tired of all these people taking shit that doesn't belong to them. I'm tired of people on welfare, blah, blah. Cosby didn't say it. Somebody just attached his name to it, and Cosby has repeatedly said, that's a bunch of bullshit. I don't agree with what was said there, and I didn't fucking say it. So this whole theory these conservatives have that the liberal media is attacking their fucking conservative icon, he doesn't even like conservatism. So
Hey.
why the fucking liberals would attack him is beyond fucking anybody but Fox News, I guess.
But that lies my problem with frickin' Fox News, man. This shit, they get caught in shit like this way too often. It's just, it's depressing.
Do me a favor and don't handcuff me to the conservatives. You can tie me.
No. I'm not the one doing it. That's definitely Alone in the Dark. He's a big fan of throwing you under that bus.
I love it.
I don't want to be in shackles with them, you know?
But man, that shit cracked because some dude jumped in on Facebook on that shit. Like, people are just attacking him because he was a conservative. I'm like, where the fuck did you get the idea he was a conservative, man? He's been a Democrat forever.
I gotta
like most people from the 60s are.
I gotta admit, I haven't seen this much white-on-white violence between you and him since Japanese people discovered rice. It's rough stuff.
Stupid motherfucker. But this shit just cracked me up, man. And I had to pull up, like, this guy didn't believe me. I had to pull up a bunch of things. Here's Cosby saying he's a Democrat back in fucking 63, you know? Here's him saying he's disgusted with conservatives or what they're fucking pulling. Now, he has been critical of Obama in certain times, you know? But it was more you're not doing enough to help the black community than, hey, I think a fucking Republican should take your goddamn spot, you know? The one thing that he did say that could be, you know, quoted as somewhat conservative is him telling, what was it? It was, we can't blame white people. Us freaking black folks have to stand up. You know, people have made it. There's no more excuses, blah, blah, blah. You guys need to start getting on your feet and taking charge of your own life. But that's not that conservative, considering Obama had the same fucking speech with his, what was it? No more excuses for black men speech. And I don't think he suddenly turned conservative by making that fucking speech, you know? So, it was just a funny little, you know, side story that I don't know where the fuck these people got off on this idea, but it's fucking hilarious. I love it. I love every second of it.
So you're saying you're for the rapins? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying.
Didn't say no.
I'm just saying, is it really rape if you passed out? No.
God damn, that is terrible. Alright. So, Puppet Master, parting shot, rapins, pro or against?
Look. I don't want her devil purse. She doesn't want me in her devil purse. I'm not going to jump in her devil purse.
Devil purse.
Fair enough. Cold conscience. How do we feel about this old African American conservative idol now?
Well, Bill Crosby. You know, I keep calling Crosby instead of Cosby. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, he seems like an old fucking rapist. So look at that nose of his. That nose has been up some vaginas before. Okay.
I gotta admit, yo, I'm telling you, if ever they released a video of Bill Cosby having sex, if I need sound effects.
It just be da.
Get ready, girl. You're about to get that pudding pop.
Oh, here comes the bam boom goes dynamite.
To be fair to Mr. Cosby, isn't rape black culture? I mean, I don't understand.
Oh my God. No, this dude right here, yo. And on that note, we're gonna start shutting this show down.
You know, usually it's me saying the worst bad shit.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Oh fuck! You taking a day off? He's taking over.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I guess you gotta switch it up from time to time, Mr. What? The 43rd episode, maybe?
Holy crap!
Jesus.
54th, I think.
Yeah, 54th.
They made my fucking. That made me my neck stand up.
No. On that note, I think we close this thing down before shit gets too real. This has been Dare to Disagree. I've been your host, Jonathan Esther.
Yeah, this is Alone in the Dark. Look at it. Look at that new couch. Look at that goddamn thing. You see, I got that set up as a movie lounger now. I love that fucking bitch. Comfy as hell, man. That's how I do it.
Is that the joint you were looking at, the love joint or whatever?
Yeah, the love sack. I fucking love it, man.
Yeah, that
You
thing
should
is
have
pretty
seen
dope.
those fucking delivery drivers were pissed at me because I live on the second floor, and man, he knocked on my door and fell on his face. It was terrible.
This is cold conscious, and obviously I'm fucking against rape before any of you motherfuckers start making assumptions.
Any motherfuckers that look like a discount Beyonce?
Yes. Yes, discount Beyonce indeed. 50% off Beyonce. Yes. Goddamn.
Is that mine?
Puppet Master? This is you, dog.
It's my turn. All right. Hey, this is Puppet Master from New Orleans. I'd just like to say that Bush didn't hate black people. He just fucking hated New Orleans.
Oh, God. That's terrible. Terrible. And that's been the show. Tune in next week when we'll talk much less about rape, hopefully.
Like I said, I think George Bush put Kim Kardashian there
Ah, jeez.
to fucking
No.
to fucking to fucking plague the black community, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, Jesus. Well, are you saying Kim Kardashian is the white kryptonite?
Kim Kardashian is the
black
wife.
kryptonite? The black kryptonite?
It's the black kryptonite because ever since fucking Kanye said George Bush hates black people, I feel like, he's put Kim Kardashian there just to fuck with black people.
Oh,
He had to sacrifice one white
Jeez.
person.
Okay, show's
one
over.
black person.
We're getting off the air now. Before fucking Oprah comes after us, Jesus.